Episode 575.
So, where should we go for leveling now?
Chen Guo asked.
Just follow me.
Clearly, Yi Shu already had a plan.
Excellent Era's already made their move. What about the other guilds? If they keep this up, how are we supposed to level up at all?
Chen Guo realized the situation was dire. If all the club guilds truly united to target Ye Shu, their power in the heavenly domain would be far more terrifying than anything they could muster in the 10th server. At the very least, they'd never run into a manpower shortage like they did at Thousand Wave Lake. Here, the major guilds could bring their overwhelming numbers to bear, pushing Lord Grimm to the brink with sheer force of bodies. Even someone as invincible as Yi Shu would make a mistake after 1,000 attempts. A single mistake in the heavenly domain costs you 20% of your experience. When will this kind of life ever end? Chen Guo was filled with anxiety, but she couldn't think of a way out. All she could do was control her character and keep running behind Ye Shu's Lord Grimm. As they ran, Chen Guo stole another glance at Ye Shu's expression. Yi Shu was as composed as ever, which helped settle Chen Guo's nerves considerably. With her mind settled, Chen Guo thought it over carefully and came up with a plan.
You're quite the hot topic right now. Why not ride that wave and set up a guild in the heavenly domain? The club guilds have to maintain their image. With a guild backing you, they at least won't act openly.
They were never going to act openly in the first place.
The major guilds in the heavenly domain have been established for so long. Whether they recruit a lot or a little, they've built up enough power to handle things from the shadows.
So starting a guild here really wouldn't help much. Not only that, trying to maintain one right now would be a real struggle. I'm only level 50 right now. Forget not being able to run the level 55 dungeons. Even if I could, who'd be interested in following me around to grind them every day? Even if I have the skill, my current level doesn't offer anyone tangible benefits. Without a clear advantage, why would anyone stick around in our guild? So they can come over here and get hunted down with me?
Just tell them who you are. With a fan base that big, they won't care about that.
I could tell them, sure, but who'd believe it?
Chen Guo paused. That was true. The unique thing about Glory's competitive scene is that even the most powerful pro characters are ultimately anchored to this world of Glory. So, to put it bluntly, pro players can't completely cut themselves off from the online game. That's why there have always been plenty of scammers pretending to be pros, swaggering around, jumping out and shouting, "I'm Yi Chu, join the guild and follow me." Frankly, this kind of thing had happened more than once. Players were long since numb to it. Nobody would believe a pro player would come here to do something like this. Eventually, the league went a step further and outright banned pro players from pulling these kinds of stunts. Even though Yi Chu is a retired player now and not subject to that ban, just shouting "I'm Yi Chu" isn't going to convince anyone.
What about getting someone with a recognized status to vouch for you?
In Glory, proving your identity is actually quite simple. If you log in with a character like One Autumn Leaf, even if the person at the controls later isn't Yi Chu or Sunshang, players will still believe it's at least not some random nobody off the street. Words from a known figure carry far more weight than some random character shouting in the World channel. Naturally, Chen Guo thought of Su Mu Cheng. If she just logged in with her Dancing Rain account and said a few words, it would be enough to stir up a storm in the heavenly domain. With the power of fans worshipping their idol, Chen Guo figured setting up a guild would be a piece of cake. And these fans would undoubtedly stand united by the great god's side, defending him as tightly as she was doing right now.
That's possible, but it's not the right time yet.
Why?
Too intense.
Intense?
Right now, I'm the target everyone's aiming for. But since all the major guilds have been taking losses against me, they're all playing it pretty safe and cautious for the moment. The heavenly domain isn't the 10th server. Every guild here is far more powerful. Securing this kind of breathing room wasn't easy. It's better to develop step by step while we have the chance. Your idea there instantly blew the whole operation wide open, forcing all the major guilds to rush in and crack down on us. In a situation like this, Do you really think the people I can rally with a single call can compete with so many powerful guilds?
Is that really not possible?
Forget about many guilds. Even against just one, we'd be beaten down in no time. You believe that, don't you?
No way?
Chen Guo found it hard to believe. With Ye Chu's level of influence, she thought the fan army he could rally would at least be enough to stand toe-to-toe with a guild. But Ye Shu just shook his head.
Hey, don't underestimate these club guilds. They're all run with scientific, systematic management. It's completely different from the casual guilds players set up for fun. The flashy way we've gathered a bunch of people here, no matter how many we get, is just a slapdash operation. We might hold our own against a regular player guild, but if we try to go toe-to-toe with a professional club guild, they have a whole arsenal of ways to dismantle us.
Chen Guo thought it over and realized it was true. She'd been gaming for years, hopping between ordinary player guilds before eventually joining Jia Dynasty. Even though she wasn't a core member, she could still feel the guild's orderly structure. If Ye Shu hadn't pointed it out, she wouldn't have even noticed. But now, with the deliberate comparison, Shen Guo couldn't help but believe it.
The reason a top-tier team is a top-tier team is because of its foundation. It's not just about having a few god-level characters or star players on the roster. You don't want our team to be just a flash in the pan, do you?
Alright, what do you think we should do?
No sooner had she spoken than several figures flashed into Chen Guo's field of view. Without waiting for Ye Shu's reply, her mouse was already sliding over them, ready to attack at any moment. She warned him.
More of them.
Don't be nervous.
Shen Guo focused her gaze. As the figures drew closer, she recognized them as the group from Zhanlo Lan she had just parted ways with. They showed no surprise at seeing Ye Shu, and only then did Chen Guo realize.
Did you invite them?
Yeah. What do you think about joining them for now?
Not a chance.
Chen Guo's words were practically a reflex. He didn't know slaying the building, but like many players, he had a natural bias against such a big spender. Add to that slaying the building's attempt to recruit Ye Shu, and there was no way Chen Guo would have any good feelings for the guy. Ye Chu gave Chen Guo a look of utter speechlessness.
Did you have to answer so quickly?